Welcome to the first video we're going to be having on brand design process. And in this video, we're going to be designing the brand identity of a brand that this is a case study we saw online. The name of the brand is Sunnum. So we are going to be starting from the beginning. We are going to be looking at the creative direction of the brand. Then we'll move to the logo design, then the color palette and brand elements and asset, then brand in action, there's markup, then we have to do the presentation. So this video is going to be covering all of that. So please stay tuned as we start on. So first of all, we're going to be getting the document of what we want to build, and you can see Sundom brand identity. We are an up and coming startup based in Seattle. Sorry if I don't pronounce that right. That develops smart mattresses called Somnum, from the Latin word somnum, meaning sleep. So our business is still very young, as we have just finished a Kickstarter campaign for our Bluetooth enabled mattresses that helps you track your sleep. We don't have a good logo yet, and we actually need one before the end of this week because the pre-ordered mattresses are going into production next week. We would like to have a simple, recognizable, easily recognizable icon for our logo, and then the logo should be able to be easily embroidered in the mattress. So no complex designs. We are already developing an app to go with it, so it should work on smaller screens and in an app store. The icon should appear fun and not too serious. Then below we have this of all these are competitors, as you can see. So we have some key information here from this design. We can see that it is smart mattress, and then they want it they would like a simple, recognizable icon for our logo, and also it's going to be used for an app. So let's move to our design space. So I've already gone ahead to get the brands, the logos of those brands. So I'll bring them in so we can have a look of what the logo looks like. Then when we are done with it, we will now start working on our own brand. Okay. So one of the things you do when you want to start a design process is actually going online and checking for competitors, like people that are already in the space that are doing well. So you have to go online and check how they are doing their processes and all these things. So that way it helps you know, keep track of whatever you are doing. So you can see they were able to tell us their competitors in the line. So the best thing we have to do is just to go search, get their logos, since basically we are working on logos. So this is more like a logo design. You don't have any branding stuff into it, so they just basically need the logo, as you can see here. So now we've gotten what they need. Now let's go into making the mark of what they need. You understand? So we need to create a mark for them so that they can be able to you know get their jobs done. Understand? So we're creating an artboard. So this artboard should be Okay, it should be linked 7. Jeez. So that is it. So I'll type in the, let me just copy out the name of the logo because you're basically working on the logo. So just type paste the logo. So what I'm looking at here is I've gone ahead to make some sketches, because when you have um this kind of design, the first thing you need to do is to understand, make some physical sketch, but it's not a must that you must do it. But I had to do it so that it can help me understand where I'm going to. You can see this logo is now. Let's go to this helix. This helix now, if we are to embroider, it's possible to embroider it, but I'm looking like this Casper now has some kind of thick fonts on there that when you embroider it, it will stay and easily recognizable. Something that when you look at afar you see. So I'm not going to be going through their own level of logo. So I want to do something with this S and M. Remember that logo, just something that can recognize. So I'm looking at having a mattress out of my sketch, a mattress kind of form. So with the mattress kind of form, the S will be flipped. So what I have in mind is using the S and M to design their logo. So the S will be flipped, like I'm trying to get the kind of bird kind of effect. So I'm going to be using my grid, um show grid, yes. So I need to zoom in. So I'm going to be using this space here. So bring out the rectangle, zoom well. So I'm going to be using these two blocks. Stand as I want to have a definite shape. So as you can see, I'm working towards that. Yes. So we've gotten this one. So we'll duplicate it, then we'll flip it. I want it to flip by 90 degrees. So from there it will rest on this. Understand? So everything is, let me zoom down so you can see there is some issues. So you can see it's not trying to align with it. Snap to it, yes, correct. So what do I do now? The next thing to do is just to select the two, then duplicate it and flip it. Start. So this kind of stuff. Now, as you can see now, I've gotten the S shape, and it seems like there are gaps. It has some gaps on it, so I need to work on that. It did not cover some parts. Okay, so it's easy. Just take it up, cover it. Let's check the other shape if it's lapping on the line. You see the line is now proceeding out. So okay, this side I can see where the issue is. Alright, so let's clean it up. So as we've done it here, so what next do we do is let's go back and flip it. Select the two, hold the alternate key and drag it, then flip. So once we're done flipping, we've gotten it. Then let's work on the M. So I think there's something that we need to do. This needs to get to the end here. Yes, here's it. So now I'll duplicate this to form the M. Let me bring it down to maintain the line. I'll still bring it together. Okay. Understand what this is. Decided to leave me. Okay. Let's stick together. So now the N, sorry, is end. So we're going to be going through, just delete this part and move this one. Now, remember, we're looking for something that's recognizable. So seeing these two icons now can make you, when you hear sun num, you can see that it's actually showing the brand. So I'll just remove the grid, you understand? So then from there, just match this and match this. So this is simple, not too serious. Start this kind of logo. So then for the font, the name, I'm going to be using some kind of thick font. Let me check micro extend. Let me see how it goes. So now you can see that the branding process of this thing is, I have to go through the description of the client, saying, following what he needs. That way it saves me tons of time of designing what you rejected. These are things that you should watch out for when you're designing. Don't just do design because of you follow instructions. Your client says he wants this. Oh, no problem. I can do that for you. Your own is to design. Then if you have um good option for the client, maybe you discover that the client is not making the decision is making is not going to go anywhere. So what do? You just have to help, make, like, if it requires meeting with the client, discussing with them about some changes and all these things. So it will help you to make sure that you're having the right, you're on the right track. So centered group, yes. So is there anything else? So just the logo and the app. That's just it. So from there, then we'll just put it in a real life instance. So this is the logo that we're going to be sending to the client. Sometimes you can make more than one option, but I think I'm going to stick with it. I like this. This is simple, straight to the message. So let's create a box. So we're trying to work to get a logo icon. So something not too complicated. Um, delete one on group. Okay. Then alright. So how will you change the color to white? But we're still going to work on the color because it should not be black and white. Don't plan. Let's send it up to the layer. Take it up. So select it and get it apply to the middle. That is it. So you've actually created this now. Now what we're going to do now is the color. I want to stick within this color range because according to what we can see here, I think they talked about the color. Okay, recognizable logo, Bluetooth. We don't have a good logo here, so I want to fix one. I'm still checking for the color. Um, hmm, there is no color. Let's see here. So I want to stick with blue for a reason. Understand? So I want to stick with blue for a reason, and I want that the reason being that um it signifies sleep. I think so. Yes, it shows sleep. And then it helps. Oh, because when you talk about sleep, and during the research I made, it was just all about sleep and not sleeping, those kind of stuff. Understand? So what we're just gonna do is just to duplicate this because I want to have different colors for for it. Then once we're done, let's just change the color. Let's work on something first. Let me give it a shape. Then change to white. Yes, I think so. So this will be blue. Let me see this blue. This blue is nice. It's nice. So it's nice. I'll give this in an outline so as to have something as a border edge to see where I'm snapping it to. So once I'm done with that, I'll just bold and bring this down too. And also flip it, nothing special. So once we are done with it, stroke will be none and they'll be sent to the back, definitely to the back of all these things. I think so. So we'll move them under this. So just group it. So this here, this here, this here. So just change this to white and change this to white. So from there, you can work on making this in blue. Let's use the same color in the blue because we need something simple. So from here now, let's duplicate this artboard. So just bring this one in. This is going to be basically logo, app. So just bring this one and we'll work on. One will be white, the other one will be blue. So you can see I have those feel of what you're looking at. So just make this one blue and this one blue. So inside go blue and outside will be white. So you can just add like a little outline to it, not too much. Differentiate it from the white. So from here you can see that we've actually delivered what the client wants. This is how you make a simple logo that is following the creative direction. This is what, like, following what the client has given you as specification. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on adding them on images and then showing you how it looks like. All right.